Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. Christopher Columbus founded the New World of America, so make sure to watch the full video. Introduction. Christopher Columbus, the Italian explorer, is widely credited with discovering the New World of America in the late 15th century. His voyages across the Atlantic Ocean, funded by the Spanish monarchy, opened up new opportunities for exploration, trade, and colonization. In this blog, we will delve into the life and expeditions of Christopher Columbus, exploring the context, motivations, and consequences of his historic journeys. Born in Genoa, Italy in 1451, Columbus grew up in a maritime community and developed a fascination with navigation and exploration. Inspired by the stories of renowned explorers and the desire to find new trade routes to Asia, Columbus began planning his voyages. However, his proposals faced numerous rejections from various European powers before eventually finding support from Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain. In 1492, Columbus embarked on his first transatlantic voyage, setting sail with 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. After a challenging and perilous journey, Columbus and his crew reached the Bahamas, believing they had arrived in the East Indies. This marked the beginning of the European exploration and colonization of the Americas, a continent previously unknown to the Western world. Columbus made subsequent voyages to the Caribbean and the coasts of present-day Central and South America. His expeditions had a profound impact on world history, leading to the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between the Old World and the New World. However, Columbus's arrival also had devastating consequences for the indigenous peoples of the Americas, resulting in widespread colonization, conflict, and the loss of countless lives and cultures. Critics argue that Columbus's legacy is marred by his treatment of indigenous populations and the long-term effects of European colonization. The encounter between the Old World and the New World brought about significant changes in economic, social, and cultural spheres. The exchange of goods, known as the Columbian Exchange, transformed global trade and introduced new crops, animals, and diseases to both hemispheres. One of the primary motivations behind Columbus's voyages was the quest for new trade routes to Asia. During this time, Europe was searching for alternatives to the established land routes controlled by the Ottoman Empire. Columbus believed that by sailing westward, he could reach Asia and its riches more quickly. Although he did not find a direct route to Asia, his discoveries opened up new possibilities for trade and exploration. Columbus's voyages also had a significant impact on European geopolitics. Spain, eager to expand its influence and gain wealth from the New World, sponsored Columbus's expeditions. The successful voyages boosted the prestige of the Spanish monarchy and sparked a wave of exploration and colonization by other European powers. The competition for colonies and resources in the Americas would shape the course of world history in the centuries to come. While Columbus is often celebrated for his role in expanding European knowledge of the world, it is crucial to acknowledge the devastating consequences for the indigenous peoples of the Americas. The arrival of Europeans led to the colonization of vast territories, the subjugation of native populations, and the destruction of countless cultures. The introduction of diseases, such as smallpox, for which the indigenous populations had no immunity, resulted in widespread death and suffering. Early life. Christopher Columbus, the renowned Italian explorer, was born in 1451 in the city of Genoa, located in present-day Italy. He grew up in a family of humble means, with his father working as a wool weaver and his mother hailing from a modest background. From a young age, Columbus showed a keen interest in the sea and navigation, which would later shape his life's journey. Growing up in a maritime community, Columbus had ample exposure to sailors, merchants, and explorers who shared tales of their adventures and discoveries. These stories fired his imagination and sparked a deep curiosity about the world beyond the shores of Genoa. Inspired by the accounts of famous explorers like Marco Polo, Columbus yearned to embark on his own voyages and uncover the mysteries that lay beyond the known world. As a teenager, Columbus began his apprenticeship as a sailor, learning the art of navigation, map reading, and ship handling. He honed his skills by sailing alongside experienced seafarers on voyages to various Mediterranean ports. This practical experience on the sea laid the foundation for his future endeavors as an explorer. During his early years, Columbus also acquired knowledge in other fields that would prove invaluable to his later explorations. He studied geography, cartography, and astronomy, which were essential for understanding the Earth's shape, navigation techniques, and celestial navigation. Columbus devoured books and maps, eagerly absorbing any information that could enhance his understanding of the world and assist him in his quest for new routes to Asia. In his early 30s, Columbus moved to Portugal, a nation known for its maritime exploration and trade. Here he gained exposure to the advancements in navigation and the latest theories on reaching the East Indies. It was during his time in Portugal that Columbus conceived the idea of sailing westward to reach Asia, theorizing that the Earth was much smaller than believed and that a direct route across the Atlantic Ocean was possible. Columbus spent years refining his plans and seeking support for his ambitious venture. He approached various monarchs and navigational experts, seeking funding and assistance for his proposed expedition. However, his proposals were met with skepticism and rejection, as many deemed his theories unrealistic and unproven. Despite these setbacks, Columbus remained resolute and persistent in his pursuit of sponsorship for his voyage. Finally, in 1492, after years of seeking patronage, Columbus secured the support of Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain. They agreed to finance his voyage, providing him with 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina, and a crew of sailors and navigators. On August 3, 1492, Columbus set sail from the Spanish port of Palos, embarking on what would become one of the most significant voyages in history. The early life of Christopher Columbus showcases his humble origins and his insatiable curiosity about the world. It was his upbringing in a maritime community, combined with his passion for exploration and his acquired knowledge in navigation and geography, that laid the groundwork for his eventual journey across the Atlantic. These formative years shaped Columbus's identity as an intrepid explorer, setting him on a path to discover new lands and forever alter the course of history. Conclusion: Christopher Columbus's voyages to the New World opened up a new era of exploration, colonization, and global exchange. While his expeditions had a significant impact on world history, it also brought about profound consequences for the indigenous peoples of the Americas. The encounter between the Old World and the New World shaped the trajectory of human civilization, influencing economies, societies, and cultures in ways that continue to reverberate today. It is important to critically examine Columbus's legacy and consider the perspectives of all those affected by his actions. The history of Columbus's arrival in the Americas is not a simple tale of discovery, but rather a complex story of conquest, exploitation, and cultural transformation. By acknowledging this complexity and striving for a more inclusive understanding of history, we can learn valuable lessons and work towards a more just and equitable future. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.